What up? What up? It's your boy D.U.B. You are tuned in to Radio 22. This is going to be a Who's Next interview edition on live on Instagram. So I'll be hosting. My man Zack D will be joining us real soon. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you check out the website, www.myradio22.com. You can see everything we got going on from podcasts to radio shows. We just keeping things moving. What up, homie? What's good? Man, so, check out the website. Want to give a few announcements. We're expanding our online radio network. So shout out to DJ Infamous, Shade 45 DJ. He's going to be joining us next week. He has his own show Mondays. I believe it's 6 to 8 every Monday. So make sure to check that out. What's good? What's good? What's good? I don't know who this. T Money. What's up? I'm gonna send you a wave, G. We got DJ Infamous coming on board. Come clean. Takeover Radio will be back in effect. So that'll be Saturdays. Saturday 5 to 7. Make sure you check into that. Talk 22. We had our first episode last week. We are gonna have our second episode for Talk 22 tomorrow at, what are we talking about, 8 p.m. So for you to tune into Talk 22, we are live streaming via Zoom right into the Radio 22 Facebook page. So the Radio 22 Facebook page is My Radio 22. So make sure to check that out. We are going to be talking about, topics of the day, of course, George Floyd, everything that's going on with the protests. And man, day by day, it just seems like things are changing. So, we got my man MJ, happy birthday. Shout out my man MJ, Big Mar, the A&R. So if you got him on Instagram, you got him on Facebook, make sure to shout him out and give him a happy birthday. He's going to be hosting things tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be dope. It's going to be a great conversation surrounding all the events and things that have been going on lately. Things have been crazy. Things have been just crazy. So it is what it is. So tune in for that. Like I said, that'll be on the Radio 22 Facebook page, My Radio 22, to check that out. Some of you guys have reached out to be guests on the show. I still got your requests, whatever. I'm going to be sending some dates out to you guys. So I appreciate y'all being patient with me. But I'm going to be sending you guys out some available dates, see if you guys can come and join us. But we're always looking for more guests for Talk 22. So if you're somebody that would like to be a guest on Talk 22, send us a message and we'll be able to get you on. What's up? A time to chill. Always doing their thing. We got the homie. What's good with you? What's good with you? Hope all is well. We got to set up our interview. We still got to do that. So don't think I forgot, because I ain't forgot yet. We got to get that set up so we can do our thing. So let me know when you got some availability and whatnot, and we'll be able to do that. I definitely right now want to take the time, because I haven't been on live for a minute since, all the things have happened. Shout out to everybody that's out there on the front lines, that's organizing, that's marching, protesting, those people that are supporting the protesters, getting them food, getting them water, to the broadcasters that are making sure that the right stories are getting out, if you know what I mean, because sometimes mainstream seems to cling to the wrong stories. So for those, people in that broadcast business like me that are getting out the right stories and sharing the right stories and interviewing the right people and making sure that that information is getting out to the people Much love. Salute to y'all as well. And those people who's doing whatever they can, whether it's like I said, from organizing to take care of the organizers, from broadcasting to contributions to however you do it, speaking up, making posts, correcting people when they when they show their ignorance and they out of line, all that. So much appreciation, much love for those people that are doing those things. The work couldn't be done without them. Oh, most deaf. Oh my God, just chilling. Yeah. We do got a story. Most deaf, and it's going to be told. I mean, it's crazy. This moment feels different than any other moment. At least since I've been alive in the struggle. So, it just feels different. So, we just need to stay the course. Rely upon each other, support each other, love each other, and be willing to do whatever it takes for us to get results. And real talk, that's where I'm at with it. I know people in my circle and people that I talk to are at the same place. So it's truly whatever it takes for us to get the job done. So it is what it is. Oh, I think I got the homie that just requested in right now. So let's see if we can get connected right quick with the homie Zack D. See if we can get this thing working. But yeah, man, we always growing. We always adding things to Radio 22 and 95.5. What's good?
What's going on, bro? What's going on?
Man, we got you connected. You just got to see, is there a way you could turn that camera?
Yeah, we're about to do that right now.
That'll be perfect.
Hold on, let's see if we can...
Audio sounds good. Picture looks clear.
All right, hold on. Let's get this camera turned.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Right.
And we got the logo in the background. I like that.
Already know.
Man, yeah, I was just talking, just telling people what's been going on and just giving some brief thoughts about, man, things that have been happening in the last week and so. So, man, I appreciate you coming on, and you being a part of this. It seems like, man, last time we saw each other, it was almost like a different world, man.
It's totally different, bro. It was totally different.
We were celebrating the shorties, celebrating Black History Month.
Yes.
You put on a inspirational performance, giving them strength, giving them energy.
Yes.
We were celebrating that. You popped in for my birthday.
Yes.
In Appleton.
That was
we were celebrating that, and after a while, we find ourselves in what they call the coronavirus, COVID-19, and then the passing of George Floyd.
Yes, tough.
And the world has turned on its head.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting days, bro. It's definitely interesting days, but this is good, right? Because we understand that all pressure, that's how muscle grows, right? And so while we're under this pressure, if we allow it to, it's going to produce good. There's always going to be a little bit of bad with the good. I had to pull back, it's been a real creative space for me with all of this going on. Some artists that I really admire and look up to, I was just listening to them and they were talking about how, they've been kind of just discouraged with everything going on. And it's tough. It's tough for our people. It's tough for people that is not our people, that want to stay. Because they don't know what to do. They don't know how to respond. And so it's been a difficult time. And we have, unfortunately, not the best leadership. But this is what I challenge people who are listening. When we see great change in history, it didn't always come from one that's in power or authority. It came from everyday people. And so I challenge my friends and the people that are around me. Let's get informed. Let's first get informed because it's no secret what's going on. So let's get informed. And when I say what's going on, when it's going on towards Black people, I'm going to be very clear. So let's get informed. And then second, how do you support someone that's of color? Is first have the information and don't speak out of ignorance. Talk to them. Most of us will be okay with having a conversation. That's my challenge to those who are maybe non-black and they want to be supportive but they don't know what to do. Ask questions like, hey, how can I support you? How can I be there with you during this time? Because it is difficult. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I got a lot of music. I'm not excited about the condition we are in as America, but I know that this too shall pass, and it will. It's going to leave some damage, and it's going to leave some scars. But those scars, we can look back and say, okay, we moved past that. And so there'll be a brighter future at the end of this. That's what I'm aiming for.
Right. I'm right there with you. For those people that are just tuning in, I know we're getting started a little bit early, but Instagram only gives us an hour before they cut off the feed. So I want to make sure we get everything in. Yeah. This is Radio 22. Who's next? I am D.U.B. This is Zack D. That has come in over Instagram to interview and talk with us today. We were just going back and forth on a few things about the recent protests and George Floyd. Yeah. And I love how you touched on what can people do and I think I put this in different words on my Facebook. The words I used is, for people that want to know what's going on, talk to us, don't talk at us.
Yes.
And even today, you look at things, head coach, well-known, prominent quarterback in the NFL, sharing some thoughts when they're in a locker room full of black folks, but don't seem to have talked to them, but kind of just went out and made their statements and getting a lot of blowback.
Man, it's tough.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say to that? Do you come at that with grace because you're seeing it as ignorance? Do you come at it with more of a forceful hand of you should know better? How do you receive those things when it happens?
Yeah, so it's tough because with the condition that we are right now, we have, our president is one that it's hard to kind of tell where he stands. And I'm being gracious. It's hard to kind of
very much.
It's hard to kind of tell where he stands, and so I feel like some of his actions enable people to act in a way that they can act, even though it seems as ignorance. They are not dumb with how they are handling and what they're saying, and so some of it, to be honest, some of us for our people, we cannot let what's being said or done motivate us to anger and frustration in a way where we demonstrate that. We can hear it. We can take the jabs, right? So I'm not a boxer, but I'm gonna give you an example. If you're going into the ring, you are guaranteed to get hit at least once or twice. So that's part of it. And so we are already in the oppression. Black people have been getting hit for a long time. So guess what, black people? You about to get hit some more. So get ready to take some jabs and don't feel like you need to swing back every time. A good fighter knows when to hit back. And we hit back the right way. So we hit back by being intelligent. We hit back by how we handle ourselves when the pressure is on. Not by how we act out of ignorance and out of frustration. Because guess what? That's what they want to see. So I see it. I hear it. I'll let it roll off because I'm going to act in intelligence because that's how I am. So that's what I encourage. So we're going to take some jabs. You know what I mean? We're going to take some jabs. But don't act because you got hit. Don't feel like you need to swing back right away. Regroup. Learn your we can respond accordingly.
And I think for those people who didn't see Killer Mike had a press. Well, it actually wasn't Killer Mike's press conference. It was the mayor of Atlanta's and their press conference. But Killer Mike spoke along with T.I. And I saw part of that interview and his thing, which is crazy, which shows how far ahead Atlanta is of everybody else. They actually allow the music community to chime in on issues having to do with the community.
Listen, it's
like the only city.
I got, and this is one thing I love about my city. I'm in a small city. We're like 40,000 people, pushing 40,000 people, and I have a good reputation in my city. And so when I do speak, and when people do hear my live feeds and they go on, I got a lot of support of all people groups, of all races and everything, and all people of all nationalities. I got, you know, just, and so it's great to have the support when you do speak. And so I think that's great. And I think it's important for artists, and I would say this, especially local artists, it is very important that you begin to build and establish relationships with people in your local community. I have great relationships with the school districts around here. I have great relationships with businesses. I have great relationship with professionals. They know me. They know Zack D. They know me as a music artist. And I have great, if I made a phone call right now, I can have people just at my beck and call because I have established relationships and rapport. As an artist, it's still a businessman, but as an artist as well. And so, yeah, Killer Mike, T.I., all of them, they are not only artists, but a businessman, and they have established relationships and rapport. So we ought to do the same, even on a smaller scale. And I encourage all the people around me to do that.
Facts. You're already dropping jewels. It's only 8:01.
Man, listen, I try to give it out for free. Hence the Purpose Entertainment. I've been trying to get people to hit me up. Like, this is a team to work with. So, but we can get more to that. Go ahead.
Right. Okay. Well, maybe after this, and we'll have the video up, and we podcast all these on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. So maybe they'll tune in and they'll start hitting you up and see what they're missing out on right now.
Listen, I'm the one you need to network with. I'm telling you, we got some jewels, and we pumping out good quality, and we care. And that's the thing. Like when we run a business and how we do our music and our imagery and our videos and everything, we actually care. You know, and so we care, and people don't know this about me, those who don't know, but I'm actually a musician. And so, yeah, I could drop some bars for you, you know what I mean? But I can sing you a song. I can pick up a guitar and play you a song. I can jump on the keys. I can jump on the drums. I can jump on the bass. I can mix a song. I can engineer. See, there's a difference because I can hear it all. I can see it all. And I can help you write it.
Listen, A to Z production right here. PE/A to Z. There you go. There goes the marketing right there. So how I normally like to do these things, we always have listeners that may be familiar with you, but listeners that are not. So I always love to take our viewers, in this case, viewers and listeners, back a little bit and then bring them back forward to how it is right now. What's good? Appreciate y'all tuning in. All right, so let's get down to it. From experience, me seeing you, DJ'd at an event for you. Booked you for an event. You are, I mean, yo, I'm gonna just come, for lack of a better term, I'm gonna call you a unicorn, man. There's not many people, you don't see many of yous around.
I appreciate that.
That can do all the things that you can do and really work cross-genrely, if that's even a word. But to move in and out of different genres with ease. Normally somebody's in a genre and they say, I'm in this genre, I'm locked in, this is what I do, love me for this. But with you, you are so marketable that you're able to float in all these different genres and make great music. Where does that come from? Is this a family thing? Or are you going to some fountain that I don't know about? Like, yo, is you like a cyborg or something from the past or future? Like, yo, what's going on? How did you develop this skill set? Where did it come from?
No, I drink this special juice. It's called Zack.
Tell that. No, that's a part of the marketing.
To be honest, I just grew up going to church, playing in the church. It's a big part of my influence as music, and I've been surrounded by great musicians just in my family and the people I've grown to know. And then I've always challenged myself, even in the music scene locally. I've been surrounded by some great, talented people, and that always challenges myself. And so when I want to create, I don't want to just be what everybody's doing. I want to sound a little different. I want to stand out with my message, but then I also want to be true to me. So if I'm gonna spit bars, well, a lot of people when they hear me rap and stuff, because as of recent, my music has been coming out publicly, but I've been doing it for a long time, and so people are like, man, you dope, bro, you dope. I'm like, yeah, a humble beast, because I've been doing it for a long time. People don't know. But then the other side, when I start singing and playing guitar and all that stuff, they're like, whoa, where'd that come from? Again, I've sing on stages for thousands of people, just been doing the church scenes and stuff like that, and so. I've done it for a long time, and so now for myself to take it and make it public was a huge step for me. Because I love to do music, and to be honest, I like being behind the scenes because it's comfortable. Like, can't nobody see you mess up if you behind the scenes. You looking all
I wouldn't have thought that with all the things you can do, you like being behind the scenes. To me, I thought it would be just the opposite.
Yeah, I am all the way. I love being behind the scenes because you can hide. You know what I mean? I'm just being real.
Right.
But I know, big part of this year, and obviously the corona's kind of slowed a lot of that down, but a big part of 2020 is for me to just not hide and to work harder and to be more public and to share more of what I've been working on because it's good. And
right.
I know it's good, and that's one thing I had to come to terms with too, is finding that cross between being, like confident and arrogant. And I'm nowhere near arrogant. I am confident, but I know that sometimes I don't push myself and I don't put my music out there enough. And so that's kind of what I'm working on this year. And reason why I want to put a lot of myself out there this year, because that can show the work that we can do as a team. So I can market myself really well. Like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing this for myself. So I can help this do for you as an artist or someone who is inspiring as an artist. Come be a part of this team that's growing and dynamic, and I can help with that.
Before we move on, I want to give a shout out, my man Tyler Durden, Wolves and Sheep, man. I see you. Michelle, Andrew, just chilling was on. What's up? Appreciate you guys tuning in. So I gotta ask. So out of the different things that you do musically, what was the first love?
Oh my God!
Was it something vocally of you singing, you rapping? Was it a instrument? What was that first love for you?
The first love for me musically, honestly, was it would probably be just playing drums. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would sit and and so I would sit in my parents' basement, and I made this. They bought me like this little kid drum set, and I had to be, I don't know, 5, 6 years old, and some of the pieces was broken, but I'm a creative thinker, so I had like duct tape, and I like tape some hangers together, and I got the hangers to sound like a hi-hat, like
right.
Got the other stuff, and so I'm like just jamming, and I'm hearing the percussion, and so I would listen to the radio, and I would just jam to whatever I hear on the radio, and then I would love hearing all the different singers and everything, and so that was for me, that was what it was, just playing the drums. It was my first love that kind of really opened me up for music. I played drums for a long time. I actually played drums for a barbershop quartet group, a gospel group, years ago. We tried. And I'm just like, and it's funny, I'm the youngest guy in the group, and they would call me Uncle Zach, and I'm just a kid. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's why we do these interviews, man. I never would have thought. But I'm glad I asked. So, there's been a number of other artists that I've interviewed that have that church experience. How does that help? What does that bring to your artistry and musicianship? Being a part of a church and kind of growing there. What does that do for you?
I think for me, because I do embrace Christianity as a faith, as a belief for me. And that plays out in my music and in some of my lyrics. And so being a part of the church just helps me to tap into that connection with just not only just how I feel, but I would say like the spirit that kind of goes with those feelings. You know what I mean? So if I wanted to be like, joyful, or, I wanted to make something that's a little bit more emotional, but still be real to myself, I can kind of feel that, tap into that, because, you step into a soulful church, you're going to feel something. Where you from? I don't know. Wherever you been, I don't know. Care what color you are, what language you speak. You step into a soulful church, you're going to feel something. You're going to end up crying.
Yes, sir.
Your makeup going to be messed up. You ain't going to be the same. Like, I don't know what you did, but I'm just balling over here. I feel this. And so, that's been my experience. My mom is from Kentucky, and my dad is from Tennessee, so we would go down south often. And, man, the choir singing and just the musicianship from down there to up here, it's just unreal. Unreal. Stuff you can feel. Stuff you can feel. It's fun when I send songs to some of my my buddies to write with me and I want them on features, they always say to me, they're like, Zach, you always send me something that's just different than what I've ever done before. You're always making me think, stretch. And then it turns out beautiful.
Right.
Yeah, it turns out beautiful. So yeah.
And I've found that, you know, kind of through these interviews, like I've found people that have been in a church choir, played for a church, seem more easily able to tap into their feelings and the emotion of a song.
Yeah.
They seem less reserved. Yeah. And it's like they can get to it like like first line, second line is like boom, they've tapped into the emotion already.
Yeah.
And I know it takes, and I've worked with musicians, you know, I've worked with different artists, musicians over the years, and sometimes it takes them years to tap into that side of their artistry. Like they may get like the technical part, I know how to put it together, I know how to make it gimmicky and things of that sort, but have yet tapped into that emotional connection. Yeah. That listeners, I think even in today are still looking for, are still wanting to have from the music they listen to have that emotional connection.
Yeah. No,
so that's that.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. It is tough because I like I said, when I work with people, I hear other people's music, and it's tough for me because I have to take off that producer hat sometime and just listen and just be supportive. But when I hear stuff, I hear it all. And so if it's someone that I know and trust, and I can throw in those suggestions, like, you know, if you just tweak this, you can grab the art, and then right away they'd be like, wow, like those little tweaks do exactly what you just said.
Right. Man, I love that. I love that. Okay. So, and I missed on a question here. Were you born and raised in Beloit, or have you moved around?
Yeah, so born and raised in Beloit, Wisconsin. Shout out to the B-Town. Okay. Yes, I have moved around. I spent some time in Minnesota. Shout out to Minnesota. Okay. Going through right now. I lived in St. Paul out there. Had all my kids out there. But yeah, born and raised in Beloit. I love this city. And I want to see more change in this city. We've done some strides just with our music and with the connection we've made in the city. We're going to continue right here.
Right. Okay. So born and raised, Beloit, Wisconsin, moved around, spent some time up by the Twin Cities, started his musicianship, his artistry in the church.
Yeah.
When you started to release music under your artist name Zack D, did you do that as a solo artist, or did you do that as a group? Because I've tried to look back, and I've seen crosses with other people, but I'm like, is he with them, or is he just doing this and associated with them, but it's just him? Give us a little insight on the first couple of years of your artistry.
Yeah, so definitely always been independent, done music myself. I've collaborated with some great talent, and I continue to. I love to work with people because that stretches me. I think sometimes as artists, you know, especially when we're local artists, we become the same all the time. And so the way for you to stay creative and to not produce the same all the time is to work with people, because their perspective is different, their energy is different, their vibe is different. And so that should help you to just not fall into that same route of just being the same. Like, change up your cadence a little bit. Rap to a beat that you never rapped to before. Try maybe doing some auto-tune. Maybe try to sing if you got a tone in you. So, like, that's why I like working with other people, because it helps me to stretch. A lot of things some people don't know. So I did this mixtape back in 2017 called #Woke, and I just super low budget. It's free. It's not on Spotify or anything, but it's on Bandcamp. So if you look up Bandcamp Zack D, you can find that. The Woke was kind of my first, just to be like, listen, I can do this, and I'm gonna do this. Before that, I did a whole gospel album, and people don't. Yes.
Oh, what?
Man, and so that's
I need that link. Yeah. I need that link.
Listen, some of that stuff I don't even let people hear because I was so young. But I did a whole gospel album, and it was like 15 tracks on there, bro. Just talking about faith, and talking about God, and talking about just how that interacted with me, and then and so just again been doing it for a long time. So now. We did last year, December of 2019, we did Let the Music Speak. And I
Right.
just need to challenge myself. I spent a whole year playing bass in a band, 90 to Harmony. Shout out to 90 to Harmony, which is like a folk, like rock, blues band, and I'm just playing bass, you know. And
You took me here, here, then over here.
yeah,
I'm following though. I'm following.
yeah. So I was doing that, and so at the end of 2019, I needed to put out music for just me, and so I decided around Thanksgiving that I was going to put out just a little project. It was 5 songs. I did it in 30 days. I spent a Saturday writing hooks and writing verses, and went to 3 different studios just to get it done fast, and just worked with some people that I know, love, and trust, and just pumped that out. So that was Let the Music Speak for last year, but this year I'm working on Let the Music Speak 2020, and it's a lot of good material already. Everything's been happening. I'm still creative, so I've been writing new stuff. And so this year, this project we were gonna go for June, but we're gonna push it back a little bit just because with the new music that I've been writing, I want to get that out there. So, yes.
Okay. You brought me here and here, but like I said, I'm following. PE.
Yes.
Explain.
Yeah.
What? Explain to people what it is, what y'all do. If somebody is on here that checks this out, that wants to get involved, how they can get involved. But like, I want the whole background on it. Please explain. We can see the logo for those that ain't looking. Catch that logo right there. You see it? What's up?
On the rise. Okay, so Purpose Entertainment. So I don't like to drop all the jewels right away, but we want to change the way people look at like record labels. We're not a record label, but instead we are a brand. And so for the artists, we're like your one-stop shop for the artists. You can come here, we can record for you, we can do your graphic design, we can shoot your video, we can upload your music to Spotify, iTunes, all of that stuff. One-stop shop, we can do it all for you under one place. I'm gonna go nowhere else. And so, and we can help. We can help with your marketing, we can help with your branding, we can do all of that. Purpose Entertainment wants to fill that gap. You're not part of no record label, you know what I mean? You're just part of a brand. So how we market it as a membership. So just like you would pay a membership to go to Planet Fitness and to work out and do your thing at Planet Fitness, we say the same. You come here, you pay your membership fee, and we're going to work for you as the artist. One-stop shop. You just come lay down your stuff, tell us what you want. We're going to cook that up for you real good. Make sure it's well done. If you like it, well done, and put it out there for the people to have. So one-stop shop.
So you guys have used the Netflix or the subscription model.
Listen.
You stripped away smartly what people's biggest problem with a lot of these music companies is right now is, one, you taking all my money up front, or you give me a 360. So most of the money I may make, you're going to take that. You cut that out. On top of that, you're saying we don't even own your masters.
Yes.
You own your masters as the artist.
Yes. Yes.
And you guys are providing all the peripherals that you would need as if you were at a record label.
Correct.
Yo, man, are you willing to share what this monthly is? Because this is sounding too good to be true, player. I'm just saying.
So right now, and to be honest, because we're just launching, so obviously COVID-19, because 2020 was the year to really have the big launch. So the COVID-19 has definitely put kind of like, we've been launching, but we've been kind of really skeptical, really careful on what we're doing and how we're planning, because we only have and I'm just being real, businessman. We don't have so many resources to allocate, so we're just trying to make sure when we handle this that we're being wise and professional, and we can give the best value to the members. So right now, how we run our membership basis, and right now we're using our Facebook as our website. So all the information is on there. You Joe Purpose Entertainment, you pull it right up, or Zack D or Adro, any one of us, we have all the information there. So if someone wants to just come and just record, like they don't want to know all the other stuff, they just want to record, mix and master, that's nothing. We'll charge $50 a month. Hear that? $50 a month to just
a month? A month?
That's it.
That sounds like one session. That sounds like an hour right there. You're saying for the month?
Thank you. And that gives you 4 hours, 4 times in 1 month. $50 a month, that gives you 4 hours to come record, mix, master.
That's unreal.
Yes.
So what? Go ahead. No, I'm gonna let you talk. Let me listen.
Yep. So we're running on a membership basic. So that'd be a basic membership, and we got the plus
Right.
membership, which is $100 a month, and that will add like you add your graphic design, and then that'll add like uploading your music, and then possibly depending on how we're working this still, that might even add like a photo shoot, so we can do like a little bio for the artists and stuff. So that's
right.
the $100 a month. And then
I got somebody that's chatting like, this is an incredible idea. How has nobody done this? I hear you. I hear you, Tyler Durden. I hear you. Continue though.
Right now, my man. This is what. and so for the premium membership, it's going to be around $200 a month, but that includes your music video and everything else that was said. All of that. $200 a month. You know what I mean? It gets you the sessions. It gets you a music video. It gets all of that. You got a team working for you. You know what I mean? And so we benefit, right? So how we benefit, because people think about, all right, this is too good to be true. Well, we benefit. Right. How we benefit, obviously, because, Purpose Entertainment, our logo is going on everything that's produced. And then we have a collection of artists. So what people don't know is I've organized our own shows right here in our city. And then my man, Adro, we've been traveling, been Green Bay, been out Chicago. So we're traveling all over. So not only can we provide all these services for you, but then we can actually even give you a show to perform your music. And so one-stop shop, Purpose Entertainment is on the rise. Right. We want people to work with us so we can help them.
Right. Yo, man. Yo, are you sure you want me to put this in the podcast to have it go on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts? Yo.
Listen.
Yo, I won't upload it if you don't want me to.
This is for the live feed. Only we'll edit that part out when we get to that part. Will just be like right. A quick synopsis of Purpose Entertainment is one-stop shop for all the artists. Hit us up. So that's where they go here on Spotify. Hit us up.
Man, yo, I'm agreeing with my man in the chat. Like, yo, this is incredible. And like I said, you've cut out, when people look at record labels and look at all the nastiness that has gone on, the contractual obligations and not having your masters and dealing with all these things, it's crazy you figured out a way to cut out that nastiness, but still provide the things that artists need. Yes. And almost bring birth back to, I guess, an old way of doing things, the artist and repertoire, what an A&R is supposed to be, artist development, what they were doing back in the day, which they mostly aren't doing now. I can't speak for all of them. I don't want to paint anybody with a broad brush, but they're looking for people that are already hot, that already have the numbers, and then just want to take you here to here and get our cut. Right. You've provided all that and say, yo, the cut is yours. You've given us a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of what this would cost to do it on my own.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy. All right. All right. Hey, anything that I can do to serve to help market and promote, as I tell everybody, my platform is your platform. Yes. And we will be coming out Radio 22 and hopefully 95.5. We are going to be doing some free small business advertising coming up now that hopefully COVID-19 is on the decline. We got some other things we got to figure out, but I know businesses are trying to get back on their feet. So we wanted to give some airspace for free advertisement for small businesses. So I will be in touch with you, and hopefully you'll have something to submit for me that I could run as a radio ad.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
Man, I love it. Okay, so we've dived into a little bit of history. We've dived into the subscription model here, which I'm in love with. We've talked about some of what. No, here's what we haven't talked about. So, is this a how? I guess, how are you running this? Is this like I still have questions on, is it a group of you guys that are putting this together, that are providing all these services, meaning like advice and marketing? Is this something that you're really running and you are kind of the owner and the,
Yeah. Yep.
operator?
Yeah. So yeah, I have a team. We do have a team. Yeah, I am kind of the owner, the operator, but I have a team. I have a full-time photographer. Right now we have a team of us that does the video work, and we in-house do our own all recording and mix and mastering right here. We do our own graphic designs. The team is really small, which is great for right now. I just got an intern about a month ago, and she's doing great. There's still some gaps that can, if somebody wants to be on the ground level of something that is
Right.
revolutionary, hit me up.
Yes.
I mean,
okay.
So that's just that. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Hit me up.
Yes.
Because this will catch. This is going to catch. Because it will. It brings. This is the thing what people don't understand about business, and this is what the music business. Because this is what took me so long to even push this out. I had to sit down and think how businesses only thrive because they bring value of some sort. We bring value to the artists, hands down, with our model, and so we know, and so it's just now we have some artists that do come in and work with us. And so, and working with them and developing them, we got some stuff that we got a team right now. We got team ready. That's myself and 3 other artists, which is a phenomenal idea. We're working on marketing that. And then obviously Purpose Entertainment is on everything we do now. So yeah, bro, this is 2020 is still not over yet. And as we continue to project, we've got slowed down a little bit. There's been some blows, but we're still pushing hard. We got a lot of content that we're just waiting to put out. I got music that I haven't even put out yet. And so, and video, just did 2 videos. We got 2 videos in the works. They were just waiting. Just kind of waiting now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. I think I got the picture. I think you connected the dots for me. But anybody who's listening or watching this that has more questions, you have an email or something that they could take home or write down with them or to get a hold of you?
Yep. So it's dpe@gmail.com, and I'm gonna spell it for you. ZACK. Zack with a K. ZACKDPE@gmail.com. And you can just drop in there whatever you want to say, Purpose Entertainment or whatever. That comes right to me. It's linked to my phone. And then my intern has that as well, so we can get right back to you. And then for those who are listening, just continue to follow. Follow me at Zack D Music on everything. On Instagram is Zack Music 1, but Zack D Music on Facebook, all that stuff. Spotify, Zack D. Purpose Entertainment. We're finishing up the website again. COVID-19 kind of slowed some things down, so we're finishing up the website, and then we're gonna run all of our stuff right through the website, so people will be able to sign up, book their sessions. Everything will be right there. You have your virtual calendar and all that stuff. So yeah, that's perfect.
Somebody just put up my man Tyler Durden. You don't mind I call you by your artist name instead of your government name? I just feel more comfortable calling him by his artist name. He got your email up in the chat right now, so what I'm saying, it looks correct. ZackDPE@gmail.com.
Yes.
Good. All right, so I always ask this to artists, and I think it's a teaching moment for a lot of people that may be viewing. I've actually used this same question, the answers I've gotten with cats that I talk to and semi-manage, because I've always found this very informational and very useful, no matter what generation you're speaking to that's coming up in music.
Yeah.
What would you tell your younger self about 10, 15 years ago? What would you tell them that you know now that you didn't know then?
Don't stop. Keep going and put your music everywhere you can.
Say that again, because you cut out a little bit.
Yep. Don't stop. Keep going and put your music everywhere. Content. Like my man Gary V. Put it out there. Put it out there. Make it and put it out. Make it and put it out.
Which is it's funny that the last 3 times I've asked this, you guys have said similar things in different ways. You've said content, content, put it out, put it out. I think the last interview I said was he said he was not confident in putting his stuff out.
Yep.
He said he lacked the confidence in the will to take a risk and to try and put it out. Mm-hmm. So a lot of content that he had, he held on to. Yep. He was like, I'm just playing it for me and my homies. And he's like, if I would have known what I know now, I would have pushed all that out. And I think I'm working with younger cats in their 20s that are to me are overthinking it a little bit.
Yep.
And are very reserved as far as pushing it out. Like whatever I put out is an end all. Nope. And I look at it more as a journey. Yes. I don't know how you look at it.
Agreed. Everybody won't like everything we make. And then even as an artist, right, there's that kind of like that journey of even discovery to find what your niche is. As an artist, yes, you're still discovering yourself. To do that is to be moving. Continue to put out content. Continue to put out content. Continue to put out content. You know, and like with me, I'm crossing. I'm still blending right now. I'm crossing genres. My ultimate plan is to be a pop artist.
Right. Hey, and I believe you could do it. If you put your mind to it, I believe you could do it.
That is the ultimate plan. Like I know right now, people see me as a rapper, and some people see me as a singer. My ultimate plan is to kind of rebrand. Once Purpose Entertainment really starts to really move, I'm gonna finish these 2 projects I'm working on at Zack D. Fall behind the scenes, really pump out Purpose Entertainment, and then I'm gonna come back as a brand myself as a pop artist. That's kind of my vision right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So you're saying content.
Yes.
That's the end all be all. Who in the industry right now do you see as someone that's like, oh man, that's the blueprint? Like what that person is doing, that's how people need to be doing it. Is there somebody in the industry or a combination of people in the industry where you look to and say, I like how they're doing X, Y, and Z, how they're executing on these things?
Yeah, so that's a tough one. That's a tough one because I don't. Oh my gosh, you have.
And there's a lot of content out there.
I know. I would say there's no one in particular. I look at like Jordan Lucas, like what he's doing, and like his music and his movement right now is really strong, and he's being really creative. And I like how he's kind of pushing it. Like I love that. And then you got like my kids love Polo G.
That's the thing, man. If I DJ for the younger kids, I got to play like the whole album.
Man, they love it. And so, I listen, you know what I mean, for myself. So my kids vibe to this, as an artist, musician, like, okay, let me listen to it. What can I pick up from this? What do they see in this stuff? And so, like, right. I don't necessarily think that there's a blueprint because there's such a taste for variety right now.
Yes.
Yes. And so that's why I say create it. Put it out there. It might not sound like what's popular. It might become what's popular. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's like I said, it's a rich taste for variety. One person might be bumping a Polo G, and then the next minute they might be listening to a country song.
Right. I know.
So
would you say now more than ever for those artists that are multifaceted and able to get into different lanes? Is this the best time for them? Because growing up, it was like, yo, you need to be compared to this and be in this lane and just do that, or be this and be in that lane and do that. Is now just a different time.
No, listen, I have friends that are country artists right in my area. One of my, and I name drop, but I don't know if I would do that out of respect, but
right.
I don't know. People get weird about that. You know what I mean? So
they do.
But yeah, I have friends right now that play in country bands, and I can hit them up. I did a show right before I was stacked. Right, it's funny because my timing was great. I was stacked from the end of January all through February. March 11th was my last show. I had 9 shows back to back to back between Beloit, Janesville, Madison, Rockford, and I was everywhere. I was at bars, clubs, churches. I was everywhere in 9 shows. One of my shows, I was in, I want to say Fort Ackerson. I was north, and it was put on by a country artist. I was the only non-country artist at the show, and the only non-white at the show. No offense. And I'm there with my guitar, and they're up there, and I knew what I was walking into, so I wore my plaid shirt and my jeans. I'm singing my song. I was singing songs because they're all originals. It was a songwriter session. And I came there, I had my pedals and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to add some little flavor. They set up there on the stage with stools, no effect pedals or anything. I'm like, all right, this is scaled all the way back. So I sat there with my guitar, no pedals, no nothing, no vocal effects, no nothing. And I sang and I rapped with my guitar in my hand. You know what I mean? And they loved it. So, yes. So, to answer your question, yes. Cross genres, work with people because that helps you to become better. It helps you to become better as an artist. And then you learn what you're not good at. Right.
You're a brave man. You're a brave man. But man, that's what's up. Yeah, I mean, I think the way people are digesting music now is it's different. It's just different than it was before. I mean, even with my kids and stuff, as I'm growing up, I'm being exposed to more different things than I was when I was younger. It was basically what my brother was playing off record and tape, and that was it. And now you can go on YouTube. You hearing people's music on TikTok. You got the Spotify. You got all these different places that can expose you to all these different things. At your fingertips.
Yep, absolutely. So make it. That's why I tell people, make it and put it out. You don't know what's going to catch. You don't know what's going to, because it could just be that. It could just be, and then boom, put it out there. So today, my son's been working on music, and some of the stuff I need to finish up tweaking. But my son and my daughter, I got my girls featuring on a song with me. And I got my son, we're still working on a song together, but he's working on stuff. And so that's going to be great because coming towards the end of the summer, he's going to start to put out his music. He's 13. He's 13. He has an ear for it. They've been around it. And so their cadence, it's great because they're just kids. But they're coming out and they're coming out with confidence because they've been around it for a long time. So they're coming out with confidence. Their cadence is strong. Their delivery is good. And then their message. It's just from a kid, they coming out with just like haymakers, like woo woo.
Taking the industry by storm.
Listen, and it's fun because I'm just gonna be I'm just dad. I'm just gonna be behind the scenes. Somebody's got to pick this up and run with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, my son, AKA Gemini, be on the lookout.
Okay.
Yeah, be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be we're gonna bring some heat. But I do want to do a couple shout outs though before we wrap this up. Shout out to my man Adro. Check him out. My man is everywhere, Spotify, iTunes, all of that. Adro. My man was he was mixing and mastering a song a week. He was dropping his beats. He was grabbing like free beats, but he would write a song every week and just write a song, record it, mix it, and then put it out every week. He did that for 3 years straight. You're talking about building your skills. My man he can write a verse in 5 minutes. I don't even like writing with him. Sit down. I got like 3 bars, and he like, I'm done. I'm like, so the man, his skill level is off the chain. So shout out to my man Adro, a real deal brother to me. I mean, we're like this, and we're walking together, which is Purpose Entertainment. But he definitely, his goal is to be that artist, and so I mean, I love him. So shout out to my homie.
Right. That's what's up. All right, we got a few more minutes. I want to squeeze in one more question. And then make sure that we get out all of your handles and ways to contact you and things of that sort. I always talk about the scene, and most of the artists that I've been talking to have been in Milwaukee, Madison areas. And I always talk about the scenes there because it seems that in Milwaukee, Madison, and probably very similar in Beloit, when it comes to hip hop and R&B, there always seems to be a lack of cohesion.
Man.
He said, man, what would you say to that? One, would you agree with that? And two, if you do, how can we fix this problem? Because I don't think, no, I'm not gonna say I don't think. I know that it is not because of lack of talent in those areas.
Right.
But the lack of cohesion and support has not been consistent. From my time living in Milwaukee to now being immersed in the Madison scene, I'm seeing the same thing just in different places.
Yeah, you know, I can tell you what it is, at least what I see it is. Everybody wants to be the GOAT. And so like I can't work because people here's one thing I love about like at least me and my team, and like I'm not intimidated by nobody who I work with or who I work around. I can hear somebody who is talented and is great. Guess what that's gonna do for me? That's gonna make me work harder and be good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe my verse won't be as good as others. Hold on.
Right.
Maybe my verse won't be as good as his verse. Or maybe it will. Or maybe, you know, when we finish the song out, like we don't need to sound the same. So some people might hear my verse and be like, yeah, I really rock with that. And maybe they don't rock, you know what I mean? So I think the whole idea is people just want it all for themselves and they want to be that person. Like I want to be the man. I want to be the one to stand out on the team or the one to stand out in the community or whatever. And that's not me. And that's what when I work with the people I work with, I mentioned Team Ready, that's 4 of us working together and dropping songs together. We're all singing, we're all writing, we all got bars. And yeah, you guys best believe it. So my man Adro is competitive. You know, he wanted to be the GOAT at everything. But unfortunately, he can't be the GOAT at everything. There's some where they killed it. It just is what it is. And so I think the whole idea is people have to be confident as an artist and be willing to work with other artists. And who cares about local, right? And so if we build together, if I pop and we're on a song together, guess what that just did? That just helped you out.
Right.
So I think that's what it is. It's that insecurity and then it's that pride a little bit, you know? So, and I hate to say it that way, but, you know, we got to swallow that. We got to swallow that. Right.
Is that something that can be overcome by more of us artists sharing spaces together and not having that tension or whatever it is between us? Like, I got to one-up you. And it's more of, we're familiar with each other. Now we cool with each other. I don't got to smash you or you know, go over top of you. We can try and do this and grow this together.
Hence, that's why I love Purpose Entertainment, because we're gonna, as this grows, we're gonna have a collection of artists, and I'm gonna have purpose. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if I see it, I'm like, yo, have you heard of such and such? And then like encourage that, because man, you know how much more we can get if we build together. You know what I mean?
Woo! Sky's the limit.
Yes.
My man. All right. I know Instagram's going to do its countdown here in a minute. Please relay any handles. Put your email out there again where people can network with you, get a hold of you, see how they can be and work with Purpose Entertainment, all that.
Yes. So at Zack D Music, on Instagram is at Zack D Music 1, and that's ZACK, Zack with the K, ZACK. And then you just Google search Zack D, and if you even type in Let the Music Speak, that pops up right away, and you'll see my big mug out there, Sexy Douglas in the building. So you can just hit me up, shoot me an email, and the email is zackdpe@gmail.com, zackdpe@gmail.com, and then all of that, just hit me up. I can get you linked with the Purpose Entertainment team, and we can move forward whatever you want. So we're out here to help. We're out here to make great music. And we ain't going away.
That's what's up. Man, everybody, my man Zack D. Man, I appreciate you taking the time. We finally able to get an interview done here on WAC. And I'm going to reach out to you about getting some ad time on the station as well. Whenever you guys are ready, just let me know.
Yes. I got a single out called Woe Is Me. Check out the single. Woe Is Me. That's a single we dropped for myself in February. We did that all in house. We got a video coming soon. So if you guys want to peep our quality, check that out. And we did that all right here at house. So there it is.
All right.